A lot of the time when we want to do something that we feel like we should do but we're afraid of, the thoughts actually gets like in the way, and then we end up not doing it. And I wanted to tell you that sometimes you shouldn't believe your thoughts because and I'm not saying like completely ignore them. I think that you shouldn't do that because when you ignore your thoughts only become louder, but you shouldn't like believe them either because they're not like the real representation of reality. So you should take each thought with a grain of salt. There's like a whole meditation about it, like that that focus on thoughts, and then you kind of like pass them like a cloud and you don't grab into them because a thought hold the power when you grab onto it. And when you're not, you feel more free. And when you fear, I'm not saying that you shouldn't fear because we are always afraid of stuff, and it's not the right way to ignore the fear that you're feeling, but just stop believing the each and every thought and think that it's completely 100% true because it's not. I promise you that. So I think that the main scary thing that that we deal with is our thoughts, and that's what scares us the most. So every time you encounter that, just ask yourself, is it really true? And sometimes we have to act with fear. You have to act even though you're afraid. And so you would have to do it for yourself because you don't want to, even though you're scared, sometimes we're scared of the thing that we want the most. For example, I'm scared a lot of the time of interacting with other people, but it's something that I really love. So I kind of like need a bravery because we need bravery to become the greatest version of ourselves, and sometimes it's dealing with fear. And dealing with fear, you never come prepared. When you're afraid, it's okay to be afraid. You shouldn't like come 100% prepared because 100% of being prepared doesn't mean that you won't feel fear, because you will eventually, and we all experience it, and it's okay, and we're not like a robot or something, so that's okay. So each time you want to talk to someone, just remember or deal with something that you're afraid of. I literally just presented my fear. Just um stop believing your thoughts. Ask your thoughts, is it real? And then say to yourself, is it worth to act on the thought that is scaring me so much and to prove it wrong? And when you prove a thought wrong, and for example, your thought is saying like they won't like you, for example, and then you act on it and you try to talk to them or something like that, and they actually turns out that they do love you, the belief behind the thought starts to crumble, and that's when we actually see a real change or shift. Um, so yeah,